Time now, though, to get the welterweight matchup set up. Matt Hughes against Renato Verissimo, a jiu-jitsu black belt and a dangerous fighter. Former welterweight champion Matt Hughes was considered to be practically unbeatable, having laid waste to great fighters such as Carlos Newton, Hayato Sakurai, Sean Shirk, and Frank Trigg. Many people felt that the belt would be his as long as he wanted it. Now Matt Hughes is on the road back to the title, but first, he must get past Renato Verissimo.
I think I'll crush him. I think I'll go in there, punches flowing. I think I'll get him down, and I think I'll, could very well end in the first round. I don't think he's going to be able to handle me.
Renato Verissimo has already knocked off two top UFC veterans in Gil Castillo and Carlos Newton. Now he faces the toughest test of his career against the former welterweight champion Matt Hughes. He brings good striking and great jiu-jitsu skills in what should be an incredible matchup.
Somebody's going to get knocked out. Somebody's going to, get submitted. I mean, it's going to be hard to keep, to stall him and he stall me, you know what I mean?
Coming up next, former champion Matt Hughes takes on dangerous contender Renato Verissimo. Welterweight matchup between Verissimo and Hughes. Verissimo will try to use his reach. He can hit a little bit with that 6'1 frame. Pat Miletich told me they want Matt to try to close the gap. Our tail of the tape brought to you by 42 Below Vodka. Oh, there's Hughes. And Verissimo. Our referee, Steve Mazzagatti. And this welterweight matchup scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds is underway.
Immediately, Matt Hughes shoots in for the takedown.
Back to the basics. He wants to be a big, strong wrestler that throws people around and beats them down. Verissimo's submission game is excellent. And when Matt has had problems, it has been when his opponents have been able to submit him.
Absolutely. Let's see how good Ceruto's takedown defense is, because Matt Hughes is one of the best takedown artists in the game. He's got him up against the fence here.
And when he takes him down, he usually takes him down with some serious force.
He would love to do that. There he goes. He's got him down. He's in Ceruto's half guard here.
Hughes is a much more powerful man than Carlos Newton. We know that because Hughes overpowered Carlos Newton twice.
Carlos Newton doesn't have the kind of style that matches power with power, though. Carlos Newton is the kind of guy, if you're using power on him, he's going to try to turn it against you. He's going to try to flow with it. Matt Hughes is he's a brute strength. Excellent technique, but brutally strong and uses it. He's controlling Ceruto here, pressing him up against the fence. Ceruto still got him in half guard, though. Matt's going to want to get out of this half guard position to do some real damage, and there he goes. Nice. Matt's got his back. Ceruto's got the hooks in. Big punches by Matt. Matt's got his back.
Remember, Matt won by a rear naked choke against Frank Trigg.
And Matt.
Look at that. Didn't get a solid sound yet.
He's still got his arm. He's got a triangle. Ceruto's he's got to pull his foot down. That triangle's locked in. This is a bad spot for Matt Hughes. If Ceruto pulls down on the head here, Matt Hughes might go out. He's got it right here. Matt Hughes is going to have to tap. He almost tapped right there.
Hughes trying to push away.
Ceruto's going to break him down. He's pulling his leg. He needs to grab on the outside, but he's pulling his leg. Driving him down. He's mounted him now. Mounted with the triangle.
Matt Hughes in a very bad spot.
He's got that arm. It's right there for him. Ceruto's. Oh, he does it. Ceruto had the arm. The arm was right there, not defending. He could have just pulled down that arm and finished it right there. I think he just thought Matt Hughes is going to tap for the triangle.
Matt Hughes showing great power and perseverance to overcome the submission attempt.
You know what? Technique overcomes power. And that's what we're seeing right here. Matt Hughes has been the victim of submissions several times in the past. 2 quick ones to Dennis Hallman, who's on the card later tonight.
3 of his 4 losses were by submission. He's 36-4 overall. 3 of his 4 losses by submission. 2 of those, as you alluded to, from Dennis Hallman. 1 of those in UFC action.
I mean, Ceruto's incredibly composed for a guy with 5 mixed martial arts fights.
But he made the point this week, Joe. He has 5 mixed martial arts fights, but over 200 jiu-jitsu competitions. I know it's different, but that's the point he made.
He's rolling for an armbar. Ceruto's very good on his back.
Well, we were so impressed by his debut over Carlos Newton at UFC 46 back in January. Because he was asked about that. He said, I'm not concerned that I haven't been in a lot of mixed martial arts matches.
Well, you know what? He trains the route. He's rolling it right now. Wow. And again, he's got that triangle locked in. He doesn't have it locked in, but he's got the arm locked in. What he's doing is Matt Hughes is controlling him by putting his arms on the ground. And what Ceruto's doing is he's holding his arms there and rotating his hips to try to isolate one of those arms or catch a triangle.
And because he's staying so busy on his back, Hughes is unable to employ the ground and pound and beat him down. Great submission man and a great jiu-jitsu man, and Jeremy Horn is always available, so Matt's been put in these situations before in the Miletich camp.
You know what? You have to wonder if Matt's new strategy is to go back to the wrestling, go back to doing what he used to do. You know, this is mixed martial arts. This isn't wrestling. And when you're in there against a guy who's a really good jiu-jitsu guy, maybe that's not the best strategy in the world. Maybe the best strategy in the world is just get really much better at jiu-jitsu.
Now, Matt has always said he has an instinct for wrestling because it's what he's done since he was a child.
He's always going to have that.
Yeah, but what he can't stop, though, Joe, is that instinct in the ring to go into the wrestling mode.
Ceruto's got it again. He's got it again. He's locking down that triangle again. He's got it secured. Now, Matt's even more tired than he was before. Matt's got his head out, though. There he goes.
10 seconds, though, remaining now in round one. So it looks as if Matt Hughes will survive some pretty darn good submission attempts by Verissimo in the first 5 minutes.
Very scary round for Matt Hughes. Looks a little wobbly.
You ready?
How will he adjust as we get set for round two? Celebrity-filled Mandalay Bay Event Center here tonight.
Matt Hughes throws a slow kick and then a slam.
There's a slam with some force by Matt Hughes.
Matt Hughes looks like he's got the over under control, and he might be trying to take Ceruto's back. But Ceruto's rolling, and he's going to take his back. Look at this. Wow. I thought he was going to take his back, but Matt's controlling him with his left arm there.
And he has the benefit of having him up against the fence now.
Ceruto's got Matt in his full guard here. Matt's trying to push him up against the fence, rough him up. All right, Matt took advantage of Ceruto throwing his legs up for an armbar and passed his guard. Now he's he's got him in half guard now. A better position for Matt, and he's going to try to throw some elbows and punches against that fence. There he goes.
Pat Miletich, longtime welterweight champion.
All right, Ceruto's got double underhooks here. Ceruto's taking some deep breaths. He's got Matt back in his full guard.
Bicep control, then throw your short shots. You got 1.5 long.
You can hear Pat Miletich say bicep control and throw the short shots. What he means by that is he wants Matt Hughes to hold on to Ceruto's biceps and throw short elbows and punches inside.
Wow, the flexibility of Verissimo as he continues to try to attempt submission finishes here against Matt Hughes.
Excellent leg dexterity. What he's going to try to do is he's going to try to somehow or another get one of these legs, whether it's the left or the right, over the shoulder so he can isolate one arm in the head and try for that triangle again. He's either doing that or trying for an armbar.
Ceruto's been training since 1993 when he quit playing of all sports water polo. Started jiu-jitsu because his friends were doing it at the time. Then after he moved from Brazil, started his life in the UFC and in the USA. Little kickboxing, little wrestling, little mixed martial arts. But very well versed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Former gold medal in the national championship in Brazil.
All right, he's got one leg over. He's got one leg over. Now he just has to secure his right leg over his left foot. Matt's back in a good position.
You got 2 minutes to go.
You hear Jeremy Horn in Matt's corner saying he's wearing out. You got 2 minutes to go. They want him to throw big elbows inside.
You hear him saying you don't need a big wind-up on that elbow as well.
They're telling him to back out now. Back out and avoid it. Look at this.
Matt said, this week he really didn't want to be in his guard that much. Against Newton, he was able to pass the guard with ease, but he's not passing the guard of Verissimo.
Verissimo has an excellent guard. Very long legs and very good dexterity. He's able to move his legs very well without pulling them with his hands. Crowd getting a little restless. Oh, he's got that arm. Ceruto's got that arm trapped in there. He's got his left leg over Matt's right shoulder. And what he's going to try to do is hold on to it and either secure a triangle, which he's trying to do right there. He's got one arm tucked in tight. He's got that left arm stuck in there, and he wants to pull his left foot down and trap it underneath his. He's got both arms inside here.
Verissimo certainly impressing so far here through 9 minutes of fight action.
We have seen guys get triangles with both arms in. Actually, Jeremy Horn got triangled like that with Elvis Sinisic. It is possible, especially with a big, tall guy like Ceruto.
Verissimo, Renato Verissimo, said about Matt Hughes, he's great. We all want to test our skills against the best. And he is one of the best. They're up for inactivity. Mazzagatti stands him up. Hughes with control there, but not any damage.
They're both looking a little weary here.
Matt really doesn't want to utilize his hands. He's happy to go right back for the shoot, right back down to the ground.
Matt's been able to get him down, but he hasn't really been able to mount that much offense. Except for a few punches inside and some short elbows, nothing really damaging.
10 seconds remains in round number 2. This round may go on the judges' scorecard to the former 5-time welterweight champion Matt Hughes. His supermodel Cindy Crawford is in attendance tonight here at the Mandalay Bay Event Center.
I would give both rounds to Verissimo.
Is that right?
Well, I don't think Hughes has done any damage. The submission attempts have all been Verissimo, and Hughes has been able to get him on his back, but not do anything there. He has controlled him by putting him on his back, and Ceruto doesn't want to be there, but he's been frustrated. He's almost been swept a few times. He's almost been triangled and armbarred. Any near finish to the fight has been coming from Ceruto's point.
Great point. Let's see what the judges think if we get that far. If the judges are forced to render a decision.
Matt's really muscling him around this round. He really knows that he's. It's a very close fight either way.
Aggressiveness
got him down.
and octagon control.
Nice takedown.
2 of the criteria used when we go to the judges' scorecard.
And Matt is he's just laying here in Ceruto's half guard. The little short punch in there. This has got to be frustrating to him. I know he thought he was just going to maul this guy, just walk right through him.
Well, he thought that in his previous fight too when he lost his belt. Pat Miletich said that maybe Matt felt like he overtrained coming into his previous fight, the one in which he lost his welterweight championship. But for this fight, he felt like he was right on pace, back to the same old Matt.
Well, he was very heavy before that last fight, too. I mean, Matt Hughes always cuts. He cuts down from about 190 pounds sometimes. And he was even over that for the last fight. He was at 192 before he dropped weight to get to 170. That's a lot of weight to lose. And the way these guys lose it, they lose it basically in one day. They dry themselves out, and then they rehydrate themselves and replenish their electrolytes. It's dangerous and it's difficult, but if you can do it, when fight time comes, you're a 190-pound man fighting a smaller guy, and that's what Matt Hughes is usually accustomed to.
3:05 remains in the 3rd and final round. Fight fans, DVDs on sale now at Blockbuster. Ultimate Knockouts 1 and 2. UFC 43, 44, 45, 46 released on July 6th, 47 in August. DVDs on sale now at Blockbuster Video.
Matt Hughes is pushing forward. He just sliced his knee through Ceruto's guard. Now he's in his half guard. Let's see if he tries to advance from here and maybe mount.
He's got to score some points, Joe. You and I both have talked about that.
Well, he's definitely in control of this round, and Ceruto hasn't really done anything offensively from his back at this point in this round. But Matt's just pressing him against the fence and not doing a whole lot of damage.
Mazzagatti gives a warning that both must stay active on the ground or they'll go back to the feet, but neither really showing any desire to throw strikes from the feet. Verissimo, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu teacher, very comfortable working from the guard.
Matt's doing a good job avoiding any submissions at this point. Audience is getting a little restless.
Matt's not going after the elbows and the punch. There you go.
There he goes.
They're going to stand
Right
up.
when Steve Mazzagatti said stand up. Yep. Matt threw a big one. Probably the best elbow in the fight.
But Matt seems
Nice body
oftentimes to throw the elbows more frequently. I think that Verissimo's a little bit in his head because of the submissions. He's afraid to miss and get an arm caught, Joe.
Perhaps. Nice body kick by Matt and a good takedown. He's in Ceruto's half guard again.
"70 seconds remains in the third and final round. This is going to be a tough one for the judges.
Yeah, if Ceruto wants to pull this out, he's got to do something. He's been on his back the whole fight, and as long as you're, coming close to submissions or making submission attempts, that's fine. But this round, he's done none of that. This round, you got to give to Matt Hughes. He's scored the takedowns. He's landing punches from the top. Even though it's not devastating, he's effective and he's controlling the round. Ceruto's not doing what he wants to do. He's got 40 seconds left. He's got to go for something. He better do it fast.
10-point must system. So even though Joe kind of thinks the second round you could give a slight edge to Verissimo, Hughes good here, going for the submission. And
nice
Verissimo
elbow.
rolls away.
Nice tight elbows inside, too, by Matt Hughes.
Hughes, the dominant fighter here in round 3. Complete. The judges will render the decision.
Tough fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Nelson Hamilton scores the bout 28-29. Abe Bilardo scores the bout 27-30. And Dalby Shirley scores the bout 27-30 for the winner by unanimous decision, Matt Hughes.
So Hughes gets the unanimous decision victory over Verissimo.